everybody. It's Scott Zambelli here with my partner in crime.
Hi, I'm Jill Webler. How is everybody today? How
And
are you,
we're with
Scott?
Team Doing well. We're with Team Titans of Real Estate out of Shelby Township, Michigan, with Realty Executives Hometown. We're your one-stop shop for all your real estate needs. Right, Jill?
That's absolutely. If you have any questions, a lot of people are asking me what's going on with real estate right now with us having this stay at home. So feel free to give me a call and we can go over, where things are at, how I can help you, depending on what your needs are, I should say how we can help you, depending on what your needs are. I know Scott's available for phone consultations as well.
That's right. So today we're going to be unveiling our new name of our show since we cover so many topics. Yep, it's up there
I
in the
point to it.
corner.
There we go.
It's up there in the corner, but I'll show it on the large screen. There it is, the daily grind we're calling it, with Scott and Jill, and and because we cover so many topics, as you know, we are realtors. We handle real estate as our day-to-day job, and we love doing it. We help you buy and sell homes, and even during this time of crazy shelter in place, that's what we do. But we also have other interests and skills that we like to talk about as well. So as you know, most of you know, I'm a professional artist as well. Here's some of my art back here, my Art of Scott. I'm working on comic books. I travel the country going to comic book conventions. Jill Webler has her own interior decorating business called Beautiful Home Makeovers.
That's right. So as the name says, in my business, I help people decorate their homes to make them look better. I also, at Christmas time, put up large Christmas trees and full decor for any level of your home, both inside and out. So if it has something to do with making your home look better, I'm pretty much involved with it.
And then in addition to that kind of stuff, we're going to be talking about daily stuff, things that are in the news, current events, movies, entertainment, and all kinds of topics, things on Netflix, shows we've watched, movies we've watched, and so forth. So on that note, how are you holding up, Jill? We are in week 2. We've completed 2 full weeks of the governor's quarantine, I believe.
Yeah.
Right?
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm losing track of time. I don't even know if time matters anymore, the way that we're all living.
Yeah. I saw
I don't
somebody
even look
post
at,
an FYI. Today is Tuesday to
yeah.
everybody.
In fact, I don't even think actual time matters anymore. I wake up at whatever time I want to wake up. I don't know if you guys are noticing this, but I am slowly starting to sleep in later and later each day. I notice with my kids, they're doing the same thing. They're staying up super late and just sleeping in. And I'm kind of the mindset, it doesn't matter anymore. Let them sleep in if they want to. Whatever helps make the day go by quickly for them, I'm all for. But yeah, just like everybody else, trying to figure out ways to make time go by so that we are all safe and can get to the end of this and hopefully resume some level of normalcy. I don't even know what that's going to look like anymore. I'm kind of to the point of I'm going to quit guessing because it feels like every few days we're getting new news that we have to face, and I think life's going to be a little bit different, but hopefully it goes back to being somewhat what it was before this all started. So.
Right. Yeah, definitely. It's things are always changing. Even today, the Michigan legislature is meeting today to whether or not they could need to extend items from the governor's pronouncement there. So, there's some different bills out there. Some are longer extensions, some are shorter. So we'll just have to wait and see what comes down. I know you had shared a post regarding Kroger. They're tightening up, right?
They
See if I can
are.
find
Yeah.
Kroger
So I
limits.
do a lot of my grocery shopping at Kroger, Meyer, and then sometimes at Walmart. I think that's what we all pretty much do. But yeah, Kroger is starting to implement some new procedures for shopping. They are going to start limiting the number of people in their store. Also, they are changing the aisles. So you're and my understanding this is gonna take place starting today. But if you're going to notice the aisles are going to be marked that you can only go in one direction. So that's to eliminate a lot of people being in the same aisle, us going, if you go in opposite directions, our paths are crossing and we are closer than the recommended 6 feet distance. So they'll have us all going in the same direction up and down the aisles. I
Yeah, here's
believe
the
they're
story
now,
here. So
okay,
I
you brought
pulled
it up.
up the
Okay,
story. So their plan is they're limiting the number of people. The one story I read said it cuts the number in half for the number of
right.
people. This one says it's one person per 120 square feet. I guess they have some kind of system that's already in place that they use already that somehow using artificial intelligence or something, it tracks the number of people in the store through cameras. So
Yeah,
they're going to be utilizing that to limit the turnout. And then, like you said, they're going to now the one-way aisles. They're doing that in select markets as a test run, and they'll see if they like the results of that. They're going to implement it to all their stores.
yeah.
Also, they
And
announced their
honestly,
new
it's
hours.
not a bad idea. It, I know I've gone down
Well,
aisles
here's the problem
where,
with that, though, Jill. Like, in theory, it's not a bad idea. So, what does this mean, though? Because the whole theory of one way is so people aren't going near each other, right? Going in opposite
right?
directions. But so, is everybody stuck walking single file? And if the person in front of you is taking forever to figure out what they want, are you stuck until they're done
I
and you're
know.
not allowed to
Well,
pass? Because if you're
right.
passing,
Well,
it's
also,
no different. You're just as close as if you're going the opposite way.
right. Well, I've also run across staff restocking the shelves. So, and sometimes their carts, they're fully loaded. They take a good portion of the aisle. So you're having to go around them. Well, do you tell them, hey, I'm coming up on you. You need to move 6 more feet down because I need to get to where you're at? Or,
Right. Are we not allowed to
no.
pass people? What's
Yeah.
it is a weird thing. Hey, hello there, Lori. Good to see you popping in. Lori is
Hey,
one of
Lori.
the one of our office brokers over there. Let's see. Don't think it'll work for reasons Scott just mentioned. There you go. See, Jill,
Yeah.
you need to agree with me more like Lori does. No, but seriously, in all seriousness, that's true. Um, it just how's it going to work? I don't know. In theory, yes, I think it's nice, but in practicality, some people shop faster than others. So I'm curious to see what this is going to look like. So
Well, I was
Lori liked my
last week,
comment.
I um I was in a situation last week where I was looking at the milk. I was at Meyer. And
Yeah.
they have behind the refrigerator section, so it's whole milk, 2% skim milk, whatever. And so a lady came up, and I was looking for a particular type of milk. So I'm scanning, and they're out of the one I need. So then I needed to back up a little bit to do a different choice. Well, I felt like she was giving me this hard stare, like, "Hurry up, lady." And she was
Right.
like pretty close to me, and I wanted to say, "Back off, let me make my selection," because her cart was like almost up to mine. I'm like, is this what it's coming to, like the Hunger Games when I go grocery shopping?
Well, and that's the thing is because people are being asked to keep this certain distance. There's limited space to do things. Just like the other day, I was at the store. Somebody was shopping. I moved aside to let them through. I went all the way over so they could pass. But then they get farther ahead and they're standing there. They got their cart and themselves blocking the entire row. And I'm like, okay, you're not going to move for me now that I have to pass. So it's
Right.
just like,
Yeah.
and I've come into that quite a bit where what do you do? Are we just supposed to stand there and wait, or
Yeah.
are we allowed to pass? It's just
Right.
a lot of craziness going on there.
We're going to have to show a lot of grace, I think. I try to remind myself everybody is in a different state of mind.
Yeah.
They're overwhelmed. And so I try to be just really patient with people. And if they need a minute or so to look at what, that's fine. So if we all are just kind of
Yeah.
patient, but like you said, we need to be given direction so that we are trying to do it the way the stores want us to do it. So,
Yep. So before we get too much farther, let's do a little bit of real estate talk here. I thought it might be good to talk about a couple new listings that popped up through our office. So like we said before, real estate is still happening, people. If you need to, buy or sell, give us a call. We'll do a free consultation. through the wonders of technology like this, we can do a buyer or seller's consultation, walk you through what the steps are. Through this technology, you can stream to us what your house looks like, and we can see what the interior is and come up with a market analysis of your home for you as well. We can also, with Jill's experience in interior design, we can give you, if you're not ready to sell yet, we can give you advice on what to do during this shelter in place time so that your house is ready once it goes live. So here's a couple houses that just went up for sale this past week. There are listings still coming live. So like we said, if you're looking to buy or sell, it's still, everything's still good. The banks are still open. You can get pre-approved. Title companies are still open. We had 3 closings yesterday. So
yeah,
things are still
and
happening.
I gotta tell you, yeah, I want to give a shout out to Service One Title Company.
Yes.
They worked very, very hard to try to get all these closings done as quickly as possible. And there's been a lot of hurdles. Even, just over, what was it, Friday, we had a large outage of internet service from WOW Cable.
Yeah.
And so that threw another wrench in trying to get phone calls and documents and, all the things that need to be done. But Service One Title did an excellent job. We had all 3 closings completed yesterday, so we have 3 very happy sellers and buyers. So.
And our broker Frank Lucretio is chiming in saying, "I hope all is well." We're doing well, Frank, and we also want to thank Frank because he's been a key part in helping getting these closings taken care of. Because of the shelter in place, we ourselves as realtors are not allowed. We have been deemed non-essential, so we're not allowed to do in-person showings. And we're not even allowed to be physically present at the closing. So Frank has been there helping to keep everything flowing, and we've really appreciated it, Frank. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Frank, just so people, he is a great broker to work for. I contacted him Sunday evening. And, that's his own personal time, but he was able to help me right away. I had some questions regarding real estate.
Yes.
Just a great broker to work for. So just give him a shout out.
Yeah. And if you are a realtor and you're looking for a new home, call us. We would love to talk to you, tell you how awesome Frank and Mary Ann are at our office. Lori, who chimed in earlier, she runs one of our other offices over in Chesterfield. So we got multiple locations around, we got Port Huron, Chesterfield, Shelby Township, and what are the other 2? I'm blanking. But anyways, we got multiple
Washington
locations.
Township.
Oh yeah, that's right around the corner from you.
Yeah.
Washington Township.
Yeah.
That's right. So yeah, so give us a call. We love singing the praises. And speaking of Mary Ann, there she is. Hey, Mary Ann.
Oh, hi, Mary Ann.
I feel like we have an office meeting going on now. We'll put
I love it. I gotta give Mary Ann. Yeah, I got to give Mary Ann a shout out. She has been doing some posts on Facebook on different ways that we can help the people in the medical community. As everybody knows, there's a shortage of masks and gloves and even just providing food for the workers. She has done many posts on ways that we can all support them. So I really appreciate all of Mary Ann's hard work with that. You're doing a great job, Mary Ann.
So on that note, let's jump in here. We got 2 new listings that came up for our office. The first one is on Gilbert Drive in Warren. So I thought we'd pull this one up. This one's a great location. It's over by Masonic and Hoover, and it's listed at $239,900. This is by our fellow realtor in our office, Michael Donaldson, and it's 1,948 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. So if this looks like something you might be thinking about, give us a call. We can we'll send you all the data on the house so you can see what it's about. If I go full image, does it go full? No, it opens up a new window. So I'll just do it this way. So we'll just click through here. While I'm clicking through, let's see here. Well, you don't have this pulled up on yours, Jill, correct?
I don't know, so I can't see the details that you're seeing.
That's fine. So I'm just going to quickly go through some of the pictures here so you can see.
Okay.
There's a lot of virtual tours out there. Here's a nice shot of the backyard. There's a nice deck, large air conditioning unit there, some privacy. There's the deck. Very nice. And it's a ranch. Ranches are in high demand. Now, here's one thing about this that's interesting. If you have special needs, there's a ramp built in here. in the garage. So if you are somebody who needs a ramp and have disability access to a home, this already has it set up for you. So that's a huge plus if you need that. And if you don't need it, that easily gets removed, it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice option.
And then we got the interior. They got the entryway, they got wood floors.
Those
And
wood floors look beautiful.
yeah, large area rug there on that looks like a large Oriental rug. Obviously that's
Yeah.
removed, so it's hardwood underneath. Oh, look at that grandfather clock. And then the kitchen. There are granite counters in the kitchen. So yeah, if this looks like something that you might be interested in, give us a call. You know, a lot of space in this house. Like I said, 1,900 square feet. So there you go.
Yeah,
So
that's a
anyways,
nice size home.
yeah, and it's a great location too. It's Warren Consolidated Schools, and it's over by Hoover and Masonic there,
Okay.
and built in 1964. And
And
then
who
the
is the
other
agent on that
listing.
one?
Oh, go ahead.
Who
What?
was the agent on that listing?
Michael Donaldson. He's in
All
our
right.
office. Yep. And
All
if you
right.
want to call him direct, his number is 586-321-1391, or just give us a call. We can hook you up. All right. Next, the second one. Now, this one's a little farther out there. This one is located in Springfield Township. That's that's over by like Clarkston area. It's in Oakland County. So if you're looking to find a place to self-isolate in a far away from here, here we go. This one's over on Stonegate Drive. Looks very nice. Actually, I'll read the stats first. 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 3,100 square feet. It's a colonial.
Oh, that's a nice size.
Yeah, the lot is almost 0.6 acres, 0.58, so more than a half acre. So that's nice. And this one is Mark Charbonnel's listing, another awesome agent in our office. A lot of features here. So let's look at the pictures. This looks like a nice place to get away to.
Yeah, I like those trees out in the front. Very, oh,
Oh,
look at
look at the
that. Very
backyard.
pretty.
They
Yeah,
got
that's
a little
pretty.
bridge there. Absolutely love the lot here. So asking price is $436,000. They've got some wood floors throughout. Oh, look at those paintings on the wall, portraits.
Oh, yeah.
Feel like this might be like the home of Abraham Lincoln or something with those portraits.
I love those windows, though. That's a lot of windows in
Yeah,
the
this
room.
house was built in 1995. So yeah, it's not that old of a house. It's in great shape. Looks like lots of natural lighting. That's nice. I really like the look on the inside.
Yeah, that's very pretty.
A lot of countertop space there. Looks like a pantry. Oh, look at that fireplace too. Very nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in this house here. So now if you're looking to move a little bit north here, you're not far from I-75, so it's a very fast drive to get back down to this area. So if you want to live outside of the normal suburbs here, this looks like a great place for you. You got first floor laundry, like the stairway. Very nice.
Very nice.
Even though it's a newer house, it has that older traditional style to it.
It has like a colonial time frame feel to it.
Yeah, it feels very old school, but it's new. So that's very nice. I like the size of the rooms. Master bedroom there. Good sized tub. Yeah, so there's a lot of good stuff in this house. So if you think this looks like something you might be interested, or if you're just looking in that area in general, give us a call. We would love to help you out. So
Now, I know some people are saying they want to wait till after we're through with this virus situation. We can still send you homes as they come on the market. We can email them to you so you can have a good feel of what's out there. Also, we highly recommend, if you have not been pre-approved yet, go ahead and get that off your to-do list, because Then when, the market's back open and we can, really look at these homes, if that's what you want to do. If you have that pre-approval letter done and ready to go, you're going to be, able to start right away. So if you
That's right.
don't have a mortgage lender that you're currently working with, give Scott or I a call and we can give you some names and numbers of people that we worked with before that have done a great job. So.
Speaking of mortgage lenders, I want to also give a shout out to Manny Nino of First State Bank. Two of the three closings we had yesterday, him and his bank handled the financing on, and they also did a great job of, with everything that's going on. Some of these deals, we had one deal that was FHA deal. FHA deals typically take 45 days, so that's about 7 weeks. And with the shelter in place order in place, the buyers and sellers were very nervous, and we're hoping to have everything fast tracked. And they got the process moved up about 2.5 weeks. We were able to close early, which is very fast.
Yes.
For FHA,
Yeah.
even under normal circumstances. So they did a wonderful job in pulling this together.
Did.
So thank you, Manny.
And so that's one of the things that we really like when we work with mortgage lenders. We want to have someone that we know is working quickly for your timetable, for our timetable, to keep things moving along. Manny Nino has always done a fantastic job for our customers. He's been very available to us when we have questions. In fact, I just sent someone to him yesterday, a young couple. They're going to be getting married and they want to look at getting a new home. And so I sent them to Manny and he already got their pre-approval done within like an hour or so of talking to them. So very, very quick.
As always, we'll work with, if you have your own mortgage person, we're happy to work with anybody. But if you don't have someone and you need recommendations, he's one of the ones we recommend. We have some others as well. So we'll give you 2 or 3 recommendations and allow you to choose who you want. So over the last few days, Jill has been using some of her time to try to clean up, right?
Yeah. So I'm a little embarrassed to say well, let me back up. I'm sure you all have driven through subdivisions and you have seen the garage door open and have been like, holy cow, how much stuff is in this garage? I am guilty of that, especially over the winter months. We have an in-ground swimming pool, so we bring in all of the lounge chairs, all of the patio furniture that I set up to go all the way around the pool. So it's quite a bit of furniture. So between that and camping gear and bikes and just this and that, somehow our garage seems to get packed. And of course, there's never room for what's supposed to be in there, the car. So I'm one of those people, I'm horrified for my garage door to even go up. I'm always like, put it up really quick and let's put it back down because I just know we've got to be the talk of the neighbors. They've got to be like, when are they going to clean out this garage? So we worked on that over the weekend. And so today is garbage day. So I feel really bad for my my garbage men / women, whoever's working today, because we put out a lot of garbage. But yeah, so here's some pictures of, just some very messy garages. I would probably say mine isn't too far from that. But we made a big improvement in it. But it got me thinking about just garages in general. I can't be the only one who hoards stuff in the garage. So I'm trying to figure out how I can share this.
I'm looking at right here. Here we go.
I have a meme right now on my screen.
Okay.
So let's see if you can.
So you go into your StreamYard.
Okay.
And then go to share
yeah,
screen.
Okay, gotcha. And hit
stop sharing first.
Okay, let me find it. Stop screen.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Click on share.
Okay. Now I can share screen. All right, share screen. And let me pick what it is I want you guys to see. Is this it? No, not that one.
Click on any embarrassing photos.
Hold on, here we go. No, I don't live that exciting of a life. All right, So this is kind of what I thought was appropriate. This sums up my garage, in my opinion.
Did you
But
hit share? Yeah, share it.
I did. Is it not up on the screen?
No, it's not shared. Go to your StreamYard.
Uh, let's see. Share. Chrome.
Yep.
Um, let's see if this does it.
There we go.
Okay.
There it comes.
Now it's up. All right. Just a funny meme, I thought.
Yep.
Up my garage. So, it got me thinking, the only person who has this much garbage. I did a little bit of research on garages, and let me share this one with you. Share screen. Share. Sorry, it takes me a minute to bring these up.
That's okay.
All right. Okay, I think it's up on my screen. You can let me know if you're seeing it
There
on
it is.
yours.
Hey, I have that same one pulled up. I was going to talk about this.
You did? Okay, so let's do it together then.
Yep.
35 surprising home garage stats that you might not know. Is
And
it
we can
showing up
alternate.
correctly?
Yep. We can
It is,
alternate
okay.
reading them off.
All right, that sounds good. All right, so let me see here. Let me just start off. This is not on the list, but let me ask you this. What the most common garage door accident is? I want to see if you can guess what it is.
Most common garage door accident, my assumption is closing the door and there's something in the way.
Okay, so that's close. The most common garage door accident is backing the car out of the garage and forgetting to open the garage door altogether.
Oh my God, that's the number
So
one.
that is the
I figured it
number
was like
one.
shutting it and the car was in the way and it hit the car. But it's the opposite. It's the
No,
car hitting the garage.
right. So apparently, I
Wow.
don't know. I would think most garages are dark. I would think the fact that there's no light would help. The garage door is
Yeah.
not open, but yeah. So that's the number one
Well, here's
accident.
this is an interesting
Go
fact
back.
on here. Here's an interesting one. The 5 famous companies that started in a garage: Apple, Amazon, Disney, Google, and Harley Davidson. I knew about Amazon and
I
Apple.
know. I was,
I didn't know Disney did.
yeah. Yes, I know. I thought that was very interesting too. So
Actually, you
55%
could
of
theoretically
Americans,
say Apple was not start. You could theoretically say Apple was started at IBM because Steve Jobs actually the software that made them huge was actually invented by a woman working at IBM. But IBM thought the idea of a mouse and interface was a stupid idea and sold it to Steve Jobs for almost nothing.
oh yeah.
And then
Yeah, that was,
Bill Gates went and worked for Steve Jobs and stole the idea for Microsoft. And then Steve Jobs was mad that Bill Gates stole from him, but meanwhile, the woman who actually invented the mouse and interface we all use today, nobody knows her name.
that's sad. So
Yeah,
sad.
that is awful. And
Yeah.
that's true. It's not just that she's a woman. It's any employee.
Well,
When
yeah.
you work for a company and you invent something during company time with company product, they can do what they
Yes,
want with it.
that's right. So
So
back to our garage stats and facts. 55% of Americans spend 1 to 2 hours each week in their garage doing hobbies and other activities. Um, and a 2-car garage in an average size home compromises about 13 to 15% of their overall the overall square footage of the home. So I
this
thought
next,
that, go ahead.
go ahead. I think that the next 2 stats are interesting. When purchasing a home, 80% of buyers make their decision based on the garage. It's a major
I
factor.
believe that.
But
I believe that. Now,
yeah, but only 11% actually like their garage.
Yeah. Well, I
So
know,
80% find the garage very important, but 11% haven't done anything with the garage to make it where they like it.
yes. Well, garages, I know this has played a part for me personally when I'm looking at homes. So there are different ways that garages are presented with a home. They can either be detached and be like in the backyard, so you have to drive past your house to get to the garage, or they are attached. Now, attached garages, they can either be out in front of the main part of the house, facing like the porch area. They can be facing away from the main part of the house, like towards your neighbor, or they can be facing the front of the house. So when you pull up in the driveway, you can pull right up into it. And I know there are people that have very distinctive tastes about which direction or where their garage is located. I happen to be one of those people, and I'm not going to state what I prefer, but there's one that I prefer over the four options that there are. So it would be a determining factor for me as far as the
I
way that
prefer
the
one
garage.
I can actually park in.
Yes, that's important. Especially with new builds, the houses are built a lot closer to each other. So depending on which way your garage door is, and you have to swing into the spot, it can be challenging to pull back out. And you can pull out and be close to your next door neighbor's home. So yeah, a lot of thought has to go into the garage, I feel.
Now, regarding that too, in your situation, they did a study by Moen Faucets, and they found that the garage was the most cluttered space in the home. And another
Yes.
survey by the National Association of Professional Organizers, I didn't know there was such a place. But they found 50% of homeowners named the garage as the most disorganized area of their house.
Well, I agree with that. And that's sad because I can remember being taught, my parents taught me early on that the way that your garage looks is an indication to people of what the inside of your home looks like. They just automatically assume if you have a messy garage, that that's what the inside of the house looks. And I kind of thought maybe they're right about that. A lot of us will take the time to clean our house. We feel that's important, but the garage we deem not as important, and it becomes a catch-all. So if you're busy cleaning and decluttering inside your house, it's easy to say, oh, I'll just move this out to the garage for now, and I will figure out later on what I'm going to do with it, whether it's donate it, throw it out, fix it, whatever is needed to be done. But that's how I think our garages become cluttered. We just don't get around to actually sorting through the stuff, to get rid of it.
Well,
So
here's some interesting stats too, and you fall into some of these categories, but hopefully not for long. So out of 1,500 people surveyed in North America, 20% said they are unable to park in their garage. So 1 out of every 5 homes, you are unable to park in the garage.
yeah.
Another 47% admitted to having issues with being able to park in the garage. So when you combine the two, that's 67% of Americans are either unable or can barely park in their garage.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at LA, California, 75% of people in LA do not use their garages for parking. I think that is because
space is a
housing is too
premium.
expensive.
Yeah, and storage space is a premium. I mean, a lot of people are renting outside storage space for all of their clutter. So our clutter has a cost to us, both financially. If you're paying someone to hold on to your clutter, that's something to reconsider. But mentally too, I know for me, like I said, I hate to see my garage door go up and down. It's a reminder to me of things I need to do. So I
Well,
mentally.
Did you know the garage door going up and down? It averages 3 to 5 times each day. So that's about 1,500 times per year on average.
That is a lot, yeah. And I really think that number is greater because it's depending on how many people you have in your home. So, for instance, for me, I have that garage going up and down all day long, with kids coming and going. So that brings me to a story. I don't know that this is common or not, but I have had this happen twice now to me where the garage door was starting to go up and the spring broke. And
Oh yeah.
garage doors have, I forget the amount of force that it is, but I mean, it can kill you if it falls on you, or definitely do some serious damage to your car or whatever's under it. I have had it happen twice now. This is two separate, not with the same garage door. I'm just saying in my lifetime
Yeah.
where the spring has broke and that has come down. And I thought, thank God I don't have a car. It didn't happen when my car was going in and out, or one of my family members. So I now have this fear of when a garage door goes up and down, I will not go under it until it is fully up. Because I just have this fear now that it's going to go flying down. So something we have to be careful of, so you want to make sure you are checking your springs, looking for wear and tear, make sure your garage doors are oiled properly so that they are functioning correctly. But yeah, just something I thought I'd share.
Okay. Well, here's some other things. So let's see. Um, well, maybe this is the problem. Maybe the problem is the word garage itself. Did you know the word garage is derived from the French word garer? 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 Do you roll your R? I can't roll R's.
I
But
can't either.
anyway, it comes from the French word garer, meaning to protect, shelter, or store. So maybe the name is implying storage.
Yeah, could be. Well,
Let's see.
another thing though, like a lot of, and this is true in my sub, a lot of homeowner associations are not allowing sheds anymore. And that's what a lot of people have traditionally used for their storage, whether it's your lawn equipment, snow removal equipment, bikes, tools, whatever. So I do not have a shed. So I do rely on at least one of the sections, one of the bays of my garage for true storage because I really have nowhere else to put it.
Yeah.
So that's
These
something.
are interesting stats, though. Like this one, I thought this was going to be a much higher stat. But I guess with the number of people who cannot use their garage, maybe this is why. But 55% of homeowners use the garage as their house's main entryway. So how
Yeah,
about you? Do you go through your garage or do you go through the house?
I go through my garage.
Okay, so you do use
Yeah,
as a main. See,
I
I
do.
do too. I use as the front door is what I use, but I also park outside.
Okay.
So
So the way that my garage and my driveway are situated, my garage opens to the side of my house, and my driveway is obviously on that same side. So I'd have to go across the front of my house to work my way up to my front door to even use it, and I'm just
right,
too lazy to do that.
you have a long
So
way there.
yeah, so I just use the door in my garage to bring my groceries in and out. Um, But yeah, I mean, here's another stat. 24% of homeowners are embarrassed to leave their garage doors open. So I would fall into that. Now, I have to say, I don't always have a messy garage. I always clean it out at least at the beginning of each summer. Um, so much so that I would set up a table and chairs, and my kids, when they would have their friends over, they would go hang out in our garage and, color, do whatever it is they wanted to do in the garage. So I don't want you guys to think I'm always a messy person. It's actually almost halfway clean now.
We're not judging you, Jill. It's okay.
I feel like
So,
the internet is judging me. I can just tell. And if
well, you're
anybody's
the one that's
watching,
bringing it up.
I know I'm just being very real and open.
I know.
Um,
So
it,
here's some other stats. 18% of Americans for the size garage, 18% have a one-car garage, 61% have a two-car garage, and 22% own a three-car.
okay.
So
And I
that
just
gives
want
you
to
the
ask, yeah, I just want to remind if any of our viewers are watching, I would love to hear any stories you have
yeah.
regarding garages, like ones that you have seen, maybe ways that you have kept yours clean or the way that yours is cluttered. Just anything related to that, feel free to join in. We would love to have.
Or how do you use your garage? Do you use it for hobbies? Do you use it for doing mechanic work on your cars, or anything. What do you
Yeah.
guys use your? I've even seen it where
Yeah.
people have had the garage set up as a living room.
Yes. Or a kitchen. A lot of people will put a
Yep.
stove and refrigerator out in their garage. In fact, I
Which
need to find it somewhere in the there was a stat about garages being
it
that
said
refrigerators.
it says the refrigerator in the garage will add about $300 to your electric bill for the year.
Oh, so that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
but a
I
lot
got
of
to
people do
imagine
it,
they got to work harder out in the garage because the garage is not insulated the same. So like in the summer, especially, it gets really hot out there.
right? But it is nice, if you're coming and going and you want to just grab a cold beverage from your garage, a water bottle, pop, whatever it is that you drink.
Mhm.
It is nice to have that out in the garage. I personally do not have one in my garage, but I did grow up with my parents having one. And if they had extra food that maybe didn't fit in the main refrigerator in the kitchen, they just put it out in the garage. So I know a lot of people do it. A lot of people have a stove out in their garage too. Sometimes, depending on what food you make, it can have an odor. And so people would prefer not to have that odor inside their home. So they will do their cooking out in the garage. So
Yeah.
yeah, like, and I have seen just like what you said, where people have it set up. They'll have a TV out in their garage. They'll have like a little bar area. They'll host like if there's football games, basketball games, they'll host little parties out in the garage,
Yeah.
kind of like, a man cave or woman cave, whatever you want to call
Yeah,
it.
I run my neighborhood when I do my runs, especially now that we're in shelter in place. So I do my runs in the subdivision, and there are some people during big games where I'll see them with a big TV. They'll even have like a little bar set up in there where it looks like almost how people would finish their basements, but for entertainment. So they have everybody outside. They have a bar set up. They've got a big TV in there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's fun. So,
So we got Jenny
um,
tuning in.
yes. So I just said hi to Jenny. Join us. Let me know and we can send you a link and you can join us on Facebook. Um, Now, another trend I'm noticing are people are updating their garage doors. And let's see, let me find the stat that talks about somewhere I read in here that it does add value to your home if you have a nice garage door. Um,
Well, and part
I,
of that
I've
is
noticed a lot
the
of people are,
exterior of the garage actually makes up about 1/3 of your entire frontage of the house. So that adds to your
yeah.
curb appeal.
Yeah, all right. So here this says when it comes to home improvement projects, a new garage door delivers one of the best returns on investment. Typically, 80 to 90% of your costs for a new garage door are recouped.
Very nice.
So
Scroll
I
scroll up a little bit so we can see what that picture looks like that's on the screen.
okay, are you seeing it?
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's an interesting garage door.
Yeah, so I am seeing a lot of people are going with this wood look.
I have seen
Some
that.
people who maybe don't, yeah, there are some people who maybe don't want to replace their garage door because maybe it's working fine and there's nothing functionally wrong with it. And so there are ways to stain and paint your existing garage door to have that wood look as well. So,
Okay. Yeah, I've seen it where they're making them look almost like barn stable doors or something. Like they look like heavy wooden
yeah,
doors, but they're really just normal
right,
garage doors.
right,
Very cool.
exactly. Let's see. Two-car garage is one of the top 10 assets valued by well, this 12th buyers. Let's see. Pretty much covers it. Is there anything else you have regarding garages? Like now, how do you guys use your garage? Are you parking in it? Are you using it for storage? What are you guys doing?
There's a lot of home renovation going on right now, so it's used as the workshop to cut all the wood and that. So typically, it's a two-car garage. Typically, there's one car in it, and some storage. We've got it now set up where two cars can park in it, but like I said, with the renovating the basement, upstairs bathroom, and the kitchen last year, it's being used more as a wood shop right now.
Yeah, right. So see,
Yeah.
we need that space to be able to do stuff like that. So
Well,
basically, don't
especially when
judge
you're
me.
doing home renovation in the winter time, you need a place to put your wood and your, your tools and all that. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah, very cool. Well, thanks for sharing your ordeals with the garage. In other news, so with artwork, on the art side of things, a lot of comic book conventions have been canceling because of the COVID-19, and I'm supposed to be doing a trip later this year in May. Is it May? Yeah, for Memorial Weekend, and I'm supposed to do a show in Vegas and in Denver, and they were back-to-back weekends. So I was flying out to Vegas to do that show, and then flying from Vegas straight to Denver, and then after Denver, fly home. But they just made the announcement that Denver Comic Con is now closed. So I'm gonna have to reschedule my flights from Vegas to go, instead of going to Denver. I'm going to be coming back home, but each week that goes by, the chances of Vegas also canceling is going to be pretty big. So hopefully it still goes on, but we'll see. Uh,
Yeah.
so
All
another
areas are
show has
being
bitten the
affected.
dust with Denver. Denver says
Yeah.
they're
Sorry to hear that.
rescheduling at Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's affecting all areas of life. Unfortunately, the art world is being affected as well. Now, like you said, you've been able to take advantage of this free time, and you've been working on a new comic series. I don't know if you want to talk about that real quick.
sure. Let's see here. If I go to here, I'll pull up the most recent pages. So if I say open, I'll share this so people can see it. Oh, where is it?
While you're bringing that up, I'll just real quickly share. So I've been trying to find ways to, take up my spare time, and I decided to try something new. So I've tried to learn how to draw. And so every day I try to do something new for my drawings. I start off drawing my kids, and then I just started looking at magazines and picking out interesting pictures of famous people and started drawing them. So I'm challenged by this, but I'm really enjoying it. It's a great way to relax. And it's a cheap hobby. If you have a pencil and paper, you're good to go. So just something I've been learning to do. Oh, okay, there we go. Scott's got his brought up there.
Go ahead and finish what you're saying.
That was it. It's just the last few days I have been drawing, like I said, the movie stars, and I'm struggling a little bit. For some reason, I'm finding all of the drawings I'm doing, the eyes are way too big. My people are looking a little freakish, so I have to work on that. But
I think your problem is you're not sketching things out first. You're going straight to drawing. Do a light sketch to get
probably,
all the placement in place first before you add the
yeah,
details. I think you're jumping to the details too fast. But here we
yes.
see the pencils supplied by my artist, J. Travis Smith. Usually I do my artwork fully by myself, but with this project, I've got a team I pulled together. So I have J. Travis Smith handling the pencils. I've got Kevin E. Minert handling the inks. And then I'm handling the layouts, I'm writing the stories, and I'm doing the colors. So this is a 2-page spread that is for issue 1. And I absolutely love how the pencils came out. Kevin Minert's working on the
Yes.
inks now, and I'm excited to see what he does. And then I'll try not to ruin it with colors.
Uh-huh. No,
And
I really
then,
love that. There's a lot of detail in this picture, a lot of storytelling. It
then
brings
I've
to
been
life the
working,
drama of the story.
yeah. And then I've been working on the cover, and I think this is what I'm going to go with here. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I think this is what I'm going to go with for this one. So it's Crimson Shadows is the name, and then we got A little close up there of them there. So
Look at the detail of that mirror. I absolutely love it. Lots of
that took a
detail you've
long time to
got.
draw. I went a
Yeah,
lot of
I
detail
can imagine with
throughout.
the
I went all out, like even like if you zoom in, I've got wallpaper design going on there in the back wall. You got these
yes.
windows up here where light's coming in. Here we have Dracula. So you can see him there. And then this is our main character. We're seeing him tormented. He's in the image here. He's trapped in the mirror trying to bang his way out. So
Very nice. Yeah, I think
flowers.
this is going to get a lot of attention. Um, I know, like you said, you're spending a lot of detail on the pictures.
Yeah, there's the face.
So
So anyway,
nice.
so that's what I've been working on this past weekend. So the rough plan originally was, and who knows what's going to happen now with San Diego Comic Con. That's in July. Hopefully, it's able to continue. We'll wait and see. Shut that. Who knows? It's kind of a mess right now out there, but I have no idea what that says. But do you see that comment?
Yeah, I couldn't.
Ken
Yeah, I don't know.
Dinners. Sorry, don't know what that says. Anyways, so my plan A is this. I'm working on this issue. It's 24 pages. We are almost done with the first 7 pages. I have the next 5 pages currently being done in pencil. Cover's done. So we're making really fast progress on this. The goal is to launch the Kickstarter to do crowdfunding for this in May and June, and then have everything printed during June to July, and then July at San Diego Comic Con would be the official launch of the comic book. That's plan A. If the shelter in places all get extended and San Diego ends up being canceled, what I plan on doing is I'm going to keep moving forward with making these as issues, but I'm not going to launch the crowdfunding because I'm not sure how much money is actually going to get raised right now with everything going on. I mean, people aren't getting
Yeah,
paid and things like
yeah,
that. So what I'll probably do is I'll just keep moving forward on making issue 2 and then issue 3, issue 4, depending how long everything goes. And then once everything
yeah.
kicks off, if I have enough to put together for a graphic novel, which is usually about 100 pages, I'll just do the Kickstarter for the graphic novel and condense everything. If everything goes live, but I don't have enough for a graphic novel, I'll still launch the Kickstarter for issue 1. But the good news is I'll have a pipeline going of the other issues. And every maybe 2 months, I'll do a new Kickstarter of the next issue. And I'll launch them every 2 months until I get
Yes.
caught up to where I'm at. So that's the
Yeah.
rough plan for now. You kind of have to, as they say, write your plans in pencil and give the eraser to God. That's where we're at right now. And
Right.
just go with the flow. You can't
Yeah.
get uptight. Things that might be running late, it's okay. Relax. If things don't happen on the time frame you're expecting, relax. The whole world is shut down right now, and all you can do is go through. You got to pass through it, and there are still reasons to count your blessings, to be joyful, and you know what? Use this time to better yourself in whatever way, whether it's doing something like this where I've got these stories I've been wanting to write for a long time. I'm using the time to move forward on those things. Actually, I started this before this happened, but the nice thing is I'm able to use this time to jumpstart it to go even faster to really get the momentum going. So that's what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
when the world turns back on, I'll be in a position to have some product to launch. So I'm excited
So
for that.
you're using your time very productively, which is great.
Yeah.
I
So
on my end, like I said, I'm trying to learn how to draw, and I'm spending more time with my kids, so that's always a plus.
yeah. Yeah, you guys are doing a lot more cooking.
Definitely a lot more cooking. And then I just got to share, I know we're probably almost done here. We're at the 55-minute mark. We a lot of people are doing puzzles and game nights and that type of thing. So I've been doing it with my kids as well. Well, we started a puzzle about a week ago. It was a 1,000-piece puzzle. And my daughter, Alexis, if we look at the man hours, she's definitely put in the most man hours on getting this done. So 2 days ago, she had maybe like 30 pieces left, and they were all white pieces. It was a snow scene. And she's like, I don't know how I'm going to get these. They're all the same color, and it's going to be challenging. And I'm like, just do one piece at a time. So her and her sister Ava determined they were going to finish it. Well, unbeknownst to Alexis, who was getting pretty excited because she was getting close to the end, Ava decides she's going to hide 3 of the pieces of the puzzle and not tell anybody so that she can be the one to put in the last piece. Like, wow, I didn't even know there was puzzle bandits. But apparently Ava came up with that idea.
Yeah, you're talking about your kids there, and that reminded me the new trend, quarantine haircuts.
Oh, yes.
So
Yes, my daughter had told me that she has friends that have decided they're under quarantine, they're going to give themselves haircuts. And so
there
they've
you go.
gone, if they had long hair, they've gone shorter. They've given themselves bangs. So apparently other people are doing this as well.
There you go. This is one you can do for yourself.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Let's see. So people are, yeah, I've seen this. Celebrities are starting to give themselves haircuts too. So
Really?
here,
I haven't seen that yet.
yeah.
I
So
know a
let's
lot
see.
of men are giving themselves buzz cuts. They're going super short.
See, like I said, if I do it, I'm either going to just let my hair grow out, which is probably what I'll let myself do. Or if I do, I'll shave the sides, give myself a mohawk, and I'll put my medieval armor on that I have and get some good shots there. Like get like a Viking haircut going and
I would do
see
your
how I
grocery
can do.
shopping with that on.
Yeah. All right.
Might as well make
Yeah.
it
So
interesting.
you can see here, a lot of people are not doing a good job with their. Oh,
Yeah,
here
the
we go.
classic bowl cut. The bangs cut in the shape of a bowl.
Yeah, there's but anyways, you had told me your daughter said a lot of people at her school are doing their own haircuts, right?
Yes, they are either giving themselves bangs, they're going shorter.
Here's
But
some
the
bangs.
issue is, oh yeah,
It's the bang only haircut.
yeah,
Nothing
I've
else.
not seen that one.
Oh boy.
But the issue is, this quarantine hopefully is not going to be forever. We eventually have to go back out into the public. So just
Well,
keep that
that's
in
the
mind with
thing.
whatever
People are giving
haircut
themselves
you
like
choose.
crazy haircuts. This might be over in 2 weeks. It takes longer than 2 weeks to outgrow this haircut. Look at this.
Perhaps we should invest money into the wig industry. Maybe people start buying wigs.
I know. It's just, why would you give, some of these haircuts are just insane. So, anyways, let's see. Where did that lockdown haircuts? Here we go. Lockdown haircut. So, oh, this is a video. We don't want that. Cut or dye your hair in quarantine. Let's look at the celebrity ones. Let's see here. I'll pull open that. So I got to share that screen. So if I go here, stop, share, Chrome, celebrities. Here we go. So here's celebrities who have done their own at-home haircuts for the quarantine. So it looks like Blake
Is that
Shelton.
pink?
I think that's pink.
Is that pink on the right?
I
Okay.
think
Wait, let me
so.
see Blake Shelton. I didn't see that one.
Upper
Oh,
left.
wow. Okay. Yeah.
Who's that?
I think that's Pink's husband on the
Oh,
left. Isn't
don't
it?
they
He's a
have?
biker.
I think she got diagnosed with COVID-19. I think.
Did she?
I think so. Let's see. Let's find photos. Okay, who's this? David Foster. I don't know. Rosalia. Do you know who she is?
No, I don't
Common
recognize her.
Cultura singer. So she cut her own hair, I guess. Whoever she is. Who's this? I don't even know who these people are. There's Blake Shelton. Ed, how do I shut this off? How do I turn this off? There we go. He committed to growing back out his mullet. So that's the start of the mullet. See how long it is?
Oh
like
yeah. Okay.
He's growing the
Does he
mullet
have a
back.
coat? Is that a goatee he's got going? It looks like he had a little bit of a beard going there.
Little bit of a
I
beard.
can't, or is that his shirt? I can't tell.
Yeah, he's growing like a beard. So that's pink. Just give me a reason, singer. I can cut my hair. I can totally cut my hair. Why haven't I been paying people all this time?
Oh
Who's
wow.
this? Scott Evans. Scott Evans. Is that like Chris Evans? Oops. Here, let me do it this way. Scott Evans. Yeah. Oh, Scott Evans. Yes, this is Chris Evans' brother, Captain America, and he is on.
He does
I think he's
look
on
like
that.
him a little bit.
I think he's on that SWAT TV show, or one of those ones. That's Riz Ahmed. He was in Star Wars Rogue One. He was also in the episode of Black Mirror. Oh, here's this guy. Who is this? Carrie Hart?
I'm telling you, I think that's Pink's husband.
Oh, okay.
He is like a BMX bike rider. I don't know.
Oh, is he now? Oh, wait a minute here. Why is it not scrolling? There it goes. Somehow it got dismantled. Darn it, I had this nice little wheel going. So that's it. Oh, there wasn't that many. It's like almost all of them are in the initial picture.
Yeah.
Anyways, so there you go. If you're gonna, friends don't let friends cut their hair during quarantine. Because
Correct.
one day you will have to go out in public. And what's the average hair growth? It's like a 1/4 inch a month or something. So
yeah.
So if you cut all your hair off for quarantine, it might take you 3 years to get your hair back.
Well,
We're not
and
going to be in lockdown for 3 years.
I think we're about to see a lot of people who have their hair colored what their natural hair color is in another month or two.
That or people will start doing their own and they'll fry their hair.
Yes, I have to say I did try to do my own hair years ago and I did mess up my hair, so it's not a good idea.
To me, the quarantine haircut should be just letting your hair grow out and come out with different styles for longer hair, because you can always cut your hair back. So once everything goes live again, you can get a haircut and be back to normal. So let your hair grow out and maybe experiment with longer styles that you normally wouldn't do.
I follow that thought.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not going short.
Yeah, I'll just buy extensions. I'll buy extensions for a mullet. I'll give myself a hair extension mullet.
You could braid it, put in some beads.
Yeah, definitely.
You could be like Johnny Depp.
Well, anyways, that's about it for today. We're past the 1 hour mark, so we're going to wrap this up. But remember, for real estate, give us a call. We're Team Titans of Real Estate. My number, 586-549-6096.
And my number is 586-277-2145.
So everyone have a wonderful day. Stay safe. And we're going to, tomorrow I have Odd Musings, which is on 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. with my partner, Brett Pinson. And then we'll try to get on here again tomorrow. It's rough doing 2 shows back to back, so I don't know if I'll do this one tomorrow or not, but we'll try. But otherwise, we're trying to do this semi-daily. So just keep tuning and go to our Team Titans of Real Estate page. It's facebook.com/Team Titans RE. You see it scrolling along the bottom there. Go there, follow us, follow Jill Webler at what is yours is, I can pop it up right here. There it is. Go on her facebook.com/Home Makeovers by Jill to follow her there. Or if you want to follow my artwork, go to facebook.com/The Art of Scott. And as always, there's our Team Titans page. So there you have it. Thank you for joining in. We'll pray for Jill's garage.
Thank you.
All right, everyone, have a wonderful day.
Bye.